Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers. Today we focus on one of the most important issues concerning the survivability of rural America, innovation. During the next 30 minutes, we focus on a unique program that's driving new ideas in the next generation of young entrepreneurs, the Engler Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Nebraska. This is the Angus Report.
Hello, I'm Crystal Albers and welcome to this special edition of the Angus Report. Joining me now is Tom Field, Director of the Engler Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Nebraska, as well as students from the program, Amber Bernheide and Lucas Fricke. Welcome to the program.
Thanks so much.
Today we're talking about entrepreneurship in rural America. And Tom, there's a misconception out there that entrepreneurship occurs mostly in urban environments or in more corporate settings, but your program suggests that that's not the case. Tell us about the Engler program.
I think there's no doubt that entrepreneurship has a role to play in every facet and every corner of this country. Free enterprise doesn't know boundaries, and that's what we're really about, is creating opportunities for free enterprise to flourish in a nation that maybe is at some level forgotten that that's the foundation of our very greatness as a country. We think rural America makes a lot of sense because there are great intellectual assets in that region, but also lifestyle values, hard work, concepts about how to make our food production system better, how to make our natural resource stewardship better, how to handle communities and build businesses. So we think it's an opportunity to work in lots of markets. Certainly we're going to sell a lot to urban areas, but entrepreneurship really doesn't know any bounds, and that's what we're about as a program. Is we visit a lot of businesses, we interact with a lot of both successful entrepreneurs and people who are struggling, because that's part of the value, and we create a lot of experiences for students to interact with each other and their ideas, to throw ideas against the wall, and over time to build business concepts that actually can get out into the marketplace and have a fighting chance.
Well, and that's why Amber and Lucas are here. Your program's full of students like them. Amber, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background.
I'm a sophomore at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, majoring in ag business and doing the minor of leadership and entrepreneurship. Growing up on a small family farm, I was very involved in 4-H and FFA. I did every project from baking cookies to showing cattle, sheep, and hogs. And it was the best experience growing up on a family farm because it showed you the value of hard work. So I needed a supervised agricultural experience for my FFA project. And my ag advisor, Jordan Brubbitz, and my dad came up with the ideas of I could raise broilers. From 8th grade now to a sophomore in college, I grew my business from that first summer of raising about 250 to 400 chickens to now raising 1,800 chickens per the growing season from April to September. We also, this last year, created an LLC, officially calling it ABC Chickens, and we had to expand our business to not only raising a farm-fresh chicken, but we're also processing our own chickens as well now.
That's amazing. So how has this entrepreneurship program then played into your business?
Coming into a program, a class, I had no idea who any of these people were, and within the first 2 weeks of the class of getting to know everyone, it was just like we were classmates for 18 years. It felt that way because you had a person that genuinely cared about what your idea was, and that's what this program does overall.
Lucas, tell us about your project within the program.
Yeah, so I'm from a small family farm. We raised hogs and cattle and row crops, so I'm kind of a livestock guy and really enjoy that. But at the same time, my parents always instilled me in giving back and being a selfless person. And kind of from that, the Engler entrepreneurship kind of gave you that strength to say, I can do it and I will do it. And it's not, that big thinking that you can take on the world by yourself, but more along the lines of tells you how to figure out big solutions, to big problems. And with the Engler program, I kind of started a little bit of a venture in being a philanthropic effort, working with Larry the Cable Guy and the Team Jack Foundation. So,
well, that's quite the celebrity to bring into your community. How on earth did you manage to do that?
We have these, clashes between students, and these ideas kind of get sparked, that positive friction to a certain extent. One girl was saying, Lucas, I bet you can do this. Well, kind of from that, it started to, I bet I really could do this. And it's like I said, giving back has always been so important in my life, being a selfless kind of person. So we kind of started out with the goal of, raising $200,000, getting this entire thing paid for, and kind of talked to Larry a little bit about, working together and maybe doing this. And he says, you know what? I like the event so much, I'll do it for free. Wow. So, some man tears were shed at that point.
Well, and when is the event?
It's April 25th.
All
yep.
right. We'll try to get some people out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. So you're combining your entrepreneurial skills with philanthropy.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is it about, say, your program with the chickens and your program with the philanthropy that is in common with your goals for your future?
I guess the biggest thing that I see is, taking something and actually doing it. Because I think sometimes, entrepreneurship is kind of, failed business after failed business. You're constantly looking for a new idea. But the Engler Ag Business program is truly showing you, take these tools that you're learning in classes and actually apply them.
And I would agree with Lucas along those lines. And I think the best part about the whole program that I've learned a lot so far is it's okay to fail. You're not going to achieve the first time you try to do a project. It doesn't always work like that. And sometimes, at least from my experiences so far from doing 4-H and FFA and even running my own business, is you learn more from your failures than you do your success. And I think that's the great part about this program is because no one's afraid to take that risk. Essentially, we all want to do great and be up high, but the biggest part is taking that risk and the first step towards it.
And that's a big part of this discussion too, is failure, risk, and how that all pertains to entrepreneurship. And we'll continue to discuss that when we return.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
It's more than a symbol. It's volunteer beef and dairy producers like you making careful decisions on how to invest your beef checkoff dollars. It's about multiplying those dollars to ensure the beef you produce makes its way to more meat cases, menus, and kitchen tables from New York to Tokyo. And it's about making sure those who influence our consumers feel confident about recommending beef. It's more than a symbol. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing your views at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Its arrival is as routine as the truck that brings the next load of calves. You stand ready, waiting, watching for symptoms. A revolutionary new weapon in hand, unique chemistry and hard-hitting active ingredient. Longer duration in the respiratory tract, rapid absorption. Join the Zaprevolution. Zaprevo, Tilda Pearson. See your veterinarian.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
At 44 Farms, it starts with a cow herd. With the 44 Farms Disciplined Breeding Program, use of genomic technology, and commitment to the commercial beef producers, the 44 brand is your trusted source for Angus genetics. Whether you need 1 or 100, stop by the farm anytime. We can fill your cattle herd needs. Plus, a large selection of breeding age bulls are available at the farm in Cameron and Winters, Texas, and Rosebud, Arkansas. All backed with the 44 Farms guarantee and the quality you expect. 44 Farms, your trusted source for Angus genetics.